Need for Speed has many great games, but some pretty bad ones somehow slip through and get released. I started playing this game thinking it's going to be a waste of time, but honestly, it's not one of my most favorite games. Need for Speed has 31 trophies, including the Platinum, and for these trophies I'm going to have to split it into two parts. In the first part, I'm going to be playing the game while trying to get a few trophies along the way. And in the second part, I'm going to go back and do the collectibles, and just get any trophies I didn't manage to get before. The game starts off with us meeting a guy that gives us an invitation to a party. And in this party, we meet a couple of people that would help us in the future. We go for our first race and make it to a garage. In this garage, we get to pick our first car. I went with the Ford because it's red and red makes it faster. We then get our first trophy for joining the team. While doing some races, I got a couple of trophies. One for winning 3 races in a row and another for taking a screenshot. Honestly, I have no clue how I took the screenshot, but I guess I did. After winning a couple of races, I got a trophy for reaching level 10. I won a bunch of races which started a few more main missions in the game. Honestly, it was pretty confusing finding the difference between the main races and the side races. The way you unlock a new set of missions is to meet up with the crew. When you meet them, new missions unlock around the map. This is honestly a good way to unlock missions. Instead of just breezing through the story, you have to actually go through the cutscenes and listen to what's going on. I unlock a few more trophies, one for buying my first car, and another 2 for completing missions in the story. I then get a trophy for beating Magnus's record, which wasn't even hard to do. I also got a few more miscellaneous trophies. We meet the crew and we learn about an outlaw who has been ruining the fun for everyone. Because of the outlaw, the city has increased law enforcement. After doing a bunch of challenges for the outlaw and beating him in a race, we get a few trophies. After beating a lot of the story missions, we finally meet each crew member for the last time as we are welcomed to the crew officially. While that's happening, we also meet up with the outlaw and finally found out who it is. It's Travis, one of our crew members. We then get a bunch of trophies for doing the last few missions. We finally reached the last missions of the game, where we race our crew members and then all the icons in the game. After winning both races, we meet the crew back at the garage, giving us a trophy for completing the game. Now it's time for the second part, which is the cleanup. Honestly, this was pretty easy, as most of the trophies I had left were just stuff I could easily do, like tune my car or get the max level parts. Out of these trophies, the hardest one to do was the 15 daily objectives, which itself was easy, but it took me a few days to do, as the daily objectives reset every 24 hours. After getting the last trophy, we finally get the Platinum. Before you click off this video, let me tell you why this is the best Need for Speed game. In my previous video, I got the Platinum for Need for Speed Payback. It's not a horrible game, but it definitely isn't good. It's long and it's boring, and the driving mechanics aren't the best. When I first started playing this Need for Speed game, I thought it would be the same thing, but it's completely different. Even though there isn't an in-depth story, I still enjoyed it a lot. The races aren't boring because it wasn't the same thing over and over again. There were different races with different characters. As for the trophies, those weren't hard either. I'd say I got 70% of the trophies by just playing the game. This game is a great representation of how racing games should look like. Even though this game is 9 years old, it still looks really good. I didn't go too into depth into the story in this video because I want you to go and play this game. And I want you to experience how fun it really is. This game was pretty easy and didn't take that long to platinum. It took me around 16 hours to platinum, but some of that time I just spent driving around. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a subscribe, and comment what game you want me to platinum next. See you guys in the next video.